Hey everybody, my name is Lincoln. You are most likely getting this from my YouTube channel, Mr. Link to Music. Um, I've got a new music app as I've been usually using GarageBand for the past year, but now I'm using a app called FL Studio Mobile. It's the mobile version of FL Studio, which is on PC. You can get this for $15 in the App Store. This will be the basic fundamentals. Well, first, just to get started, pressing the Fruity Loops icon on the top right, you'll be on these. Now, there'll be samples where you can upload things from files. There'll be songs. There's a page called the demo songs, which gives you some songs, and these three are in there. But then there's the songs that you made. See here, I have some songs. You press on the songs tab, then you press on the song. So I made a song, which is this. I'll explain the different things. But let's just go back to this one. Okay, so that's basically that. You can change like the tempo settings or whatever. Though if you go to settings, you can change the metronome level. Oh, you can add like ghost notes and stuff. But a cool thing is that you can also change the theme. So like there's a classic gray, a deep purple, FL Studio, a paper which makes everything bright, clay which I've been using, ground, mint, high contrast B. This one low-key looks cool. But I was using clay. I don't think the high contrast ones were there when I had this, like a few weeks ago. I think I got it a month ago. But yeah. Anyways, okay. You see this bar? This is so like you could use the keyboard without being in there, but also you could record things. I'm recording right now. But also you can play the song. You could change the BPM and whatever this is. I really don't know. Okay, well let's just start. This is the level. I'll explain that in a second once we have the basic stuff down. So, if you press this plus here, you'll see channels and synths. The synths are like synthesizers, or the zzz, or whatever that's called. There's also, you can put an audio clip in there, audio record. Don't know what the rest are, but I do know the instrument and the drums. Let's go to drums. Now, you'll see these drums without the shop. Those are the ones you can use. And the ones with the shop are the ones you have to buy, but they're like $1. Let's use the 808 and see where we can change how high they are. It doesn't change anything though, it's really just the interface. You can also change how spread they are. The thing is, with how spread they are, you can move them. So it's not just in one simple grid. Another thing with the interface is that I'm pretty sure... Oh yeah, there's like, in the top left, there's a magnifying glass, or there's a magnet, and that makes it so you don't have to be on the grid. And when you put it on, you'll still be in that space. It's just when you move it, it'll actually snap. But anyways... Oh, what was happening? Shoot. Okay. Wait, let me go back in there. Oh no, my iPad updated. I'll probably get it. Okay, we got like a little pattern. We're gonna add some claps. Sorry. We're gonna have some hi-hats. Now, a cool thing is that all these drums are different sounds. You can also layer them. So this is what the layer drum sounds like. Here's what the regular drums sound like. This is what it both sounds like. Now, let's get on to the instruments. When you go in the instruments tab, you'll see there's a background, but that's because it instantly changes to something called a supersaw, which is basically just like a synth. But you'll see there's your files, so you can import your own instruments. There's these drum effects. There's bass, bells, guitar, keyboard, lead, orchestral, which is like an orchestra, so like jazz band or just school band. There's a pads, sequence, sound effects, slice drum, synth, XP, synth wave, selection XP. These XP things are basically things you can't see. So they're like extras. So like in the keyboard tab, you'll usually see these, but you won't see the Yamaha C7. Anyway, let's go to the keyboard. We're gonna use electric. So let's just start with a basic note. We're gonna do D. Grab an E. You want to add some pattern solo, I guess. But that's just the melody. So we're gonna have some chords. Now, a way I like to make chords is that I don't know the chords, because that's just if you don't know chords. What you could do is like, see how that's on the white? You could space it by 4, and then you could add that. And if it doesn't sound good, you can like move it. Okay, we have a good chord. What I like to do is with the chords, I like to top on some like extra melody that usually when you have your melodies, it should go into a different area. But I like to do this. I'm gonna add that. Okay, we have a basic thing there. When you're making beats, I like to make it so it's all different. We could low-key do everything with just 3 instruments, which is the cool thing. Okay, so this is the start. It doesn't want to be in a loop, so what I could do is that I could just do that. And then what you can do that you'll have it there. That's where it ended. You gotta remember that. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it right there. We're gonna do, if you click it more, slice. We're gonna do that. So we have a basic pattern here. My bad. I just updated my iPad. I don't know how any of it works. Dang it. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed. So this is what it all sounds like now. Okay, so the levels. It should be called master. I was gonna explain about this. Yes, okay. Now, if you want to make just a blank thing, you click onto the air, and then you'll press clip. When we clip it, we're gonna go edit, and you'll see we're in this area. So let's just go to the bottom, and let's go to the top. So it sounds like this. So it should sound like this. But you see there's kind of a little dot there, so we're just gonna... Now, you see, okay, there's the volume, so you can make it so it sounds like this. Just changes the volume of it. But, Lincoln, I just noticed, what the fuck? There's another slide. This thing. That changes which ear you hear it most in. Also, these. You can cut it out. It doesn't play at all. But also, if you just want to do it so one thing plays, you just press solo. And the funny thing is that if you press solo on all of them, it's basically the same thing. So you're not really changing anything. Anyways, let's go on with another tab. This thing. Right. So, on the electric piano, you always will get this DW sampler. What this can do is that it basically, it just change. Yeah, it's telling you. So what we could do, pretty cool. We'll solo that. You can change the pitch of it. The fine tune makes it sound off. Or if you do it to 100, it'll sound overtuned. Now let's just take this to 33. Let's take this to -1. Okay, no, actually, -3. Yep. Now, what does the attack do? Well, of course, it's not going to exactly attack the note. What happens is that you hear that clicking sound. It basically makes it so it's just the note. And it starts to, like, eat at the note. So basically, it is attacking. Decay? I have no idea what that does, really. Release. So sustain. It kind of makes it so it can last longer. And release is basically like a more stronger version of the sustain. So if you just have all of this off, can't hear anything. But oh Alright, so decay, it's basically, if you have it at the top, it doesn't decay. If at the bottom, it does. Slide time. What it does, yeah. Those are really the basic things. But just one more thing. The add module. These are like all the filters you can put on. So like we want to add distortion to these drums here. We'll just find the distortion. Where is it? That sounds crazy, right? Or let's say, oh, I want to add distortion to these, whatever fuck that is. Or I want to add distortion to the beautiful piano. I'm just doing it all. That's a little crazy. But yeah, this is the beat I made. How long was this? Fucking 17 minutes. 17-minute ass video. Crazy. So let's go. Well, that's basically all. I'll play a song of mine that I made. And yeah.